happens. I know there's the burning of the Library of Alexandria where they lost a lot of the information, but
I think that might have been a book heist.
Really?
Yeah, I think the burning of the Library of Alexandria was a heist. The burning did happen, don't get me wrong, but that was just a distraction to steal the knowledge, and that the majority of that knowledge ended up in the Vatican archives.
I know you're going to see the Vatican.
That's what I believe.
Vatican is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites. I went there with my family a few years back, and I was blown away. And I highly recommend it to anybody that gets to go to Rome. If you go to Rome, please go to the Vatican. Yeah. It's stunning.
Yeah, it's
stunning, all the artwork they have. And they also have an Egyptian obelisk.
Yes, right in the center. And you know, that obelisk, that courtyard is the same courtyard as Teotihuacan. If you look at Teotihuacan,
you mean the dimensions?
Not the dimensions, but just the actual shape of that courtyard. It matches the courtyard of Teotihuacan. So
really,
yeah, it's an incredible coincidence that they built it based on the Teotihuacan, where the Avenue of the Dead has those platforms, and then you have the Pyramid of the Sun on the right, and the Pyramid of the Moon straight ahead. That area resembles the courtyard of the Vatican.
Wow, the Vatican is so insane. It really, I didn't know. I knew that it had a lot of art. I didn't know.
It's outrageous.
When you go to St. Peter's Basilica, you're just like, what?
I know.
What did you do?
Yeah.
How did you do? How much time did this take?
Yeah.
This is so intricate and so incredible.
I know.
It's one of the most spectacular things I think I've ever seen in my life in terms of like what human beings can do with ingenuity and time and artisans and craftsmen and artisans that just create the most insane ceiling you've ever seen in your life. Right. So intricate.
Yeah.
I mean, and perfect for a house of worship because you walk in there and you believe in God like immediately.
Right.
Like this is obviously
Look how grand
a shrine
this is.
to God. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
And the fact that they did it for so long. It took hundreds of years to make that place.
I know. It's incredible.
It's so amazing.
It lets you know that there's time periods where people would operate within a golden age in certain regions of the planet and have time to do that type of extensive art and craft and beauty, create that kind of beauty.
Right, and the only way you do that is when you got your resources covered and your army strong.
That's it.
And that was Rome.
Yep.
I mean, that's what they were back then.
They tried to take over the world.
Yeah, and the thing about what they have is they don't have to kind of tell you.
Yeah.
Like, so if they do, like, there's archives that they have in Rome that haven't been searched. Like, they're not just opening them up to everyone.
Right.
So that everyone could look in and see what they have. So there's always been speculation that they have some wild shit written down in there.
Yeah, some wild stuff. I mean, they're investigating aliens. You know,
right?
I mean, one of the Pope's
most recent
astronomers,
speeches.
You know, they were talking about years ago that they wanted the Pope wanted to baptize the first alien. Now that's incredible. That's an incredible statement.
That'd be like turning Michio Kaku into a Scientologist. Right? It's like, that would be hilarious. I know. That would be hilarious.
And then they built this telescope called Lucifer to look for alien life.
That's not a good name.
Yeah.
You would think anybody who would know better.
Right. The light bearers, that, you know, what Lucifer means, supposedly. But, yeah, they built a telescope named Lucifer.
Right. But the swastika used to be a sign of peace.
Right.
You can't really use it anymore.
No, you can't use it anymore. I know.
It's like things can be stolen forever. No one's rocking that Hitler mustache. That's a wrap.
It's over.
The Hitler mustache, it's over. No one's getting called Adolf. That's over. That's over.
It's a wrap. So I guess they didn't want to, you know, cut that name loose, but they utilized that name for the naming of that, and it's actually in America. I believe it's in Arizona.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding. Wow, Lucifer telescope. How kooky.
I know.
All of the telescopes are fascinating, but what's really the most interesting to me is the James Webb and the information that's coming out about the birth of the cosmos and about how they're looking at these galaxies that seem too big, that they form too quickly, and that they're starting to re-examine the timeline of the Big Bang, and that they're reconsidering whether or not they were correct with this 13.9 or 7?
13.5 to 13.8 billion year.
Yeah, number. And they think these galaxies should not exist in this. I was just watching a documentary on it yesterday, or a couple days ago, where they were getting into why this doesn't make sense and the size of these galaxies, and they were too formed.
Right.
And I believe it was 500 million years after the Big Bang.
Right.
So like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, according to us now.
According to us.
with our minds.
Right.
Yeah. we're still trying to figure out what dark matter is.
Right. Well, I'm just the Terrence Howard, the concept of stars creating planets and the planets eventually getting to a Goldilocks zone, then eventually getting out, and that this is how life propagates through the universe. Like, it makes so much sense. With our limited understanding of the cosmos and our adherence to very specific ideas of how it all was created, and the resistance to things like even the James Webb Telescope's discoveries, you realize that, like, science, like everything else, it's when it's practiced by humans, humans fuck everything up. They use their ego, they use arrogance, they don't want to be corrected, they want their initial ideas to be correct. And then there's, a lot of great scientists that are just looking at it and going, this is amazing. Like, let's keep doing this, and let's get an even better telescope out there that maybe could see even further, and maybe we'll have to re-examine what we think about the birth of the universe.
Exactly. I mean, it just keeps getting better. Technology keeps getting better. I remember Hubble, when it came back with the 2 trillion sky book. 2 trillion galaxies is what it estimated exists within our known universe. And then the Webb comes out, and it's just showing this stuff in much more clarity, and it's probably going to make discoveries that are even going to surpass, obviously, Hubble in terms of the quantity of galaxies, and it just keeps getting better and better. We're getting a bigger and better understanding of our place in the universe as a whole, and some people are scared of that. This is why they don't want it to get out. They don't want the information to be put forth that's going to change the paradigm. But the paradigm is not to be afraid. The paradigm shift is about to be embrace this new huge part of us that's connected directly to us. We're part of it, and it's part of us intrinsically, energetically. And I think people are just afraid of what they think is the unknown because it makes them feel small. When I hear all this stuff going on out there, it makes me feel bigger because I know that I am part of it.
Yeah. We are part of it.
Yeah.
But we like to think as individuals. That,
right.
Oh my God, I'm not important. The universe is infinite.
Exactly.
The universe is not just infinite. It's so infinite that the infinite nature of the universe might be a part of an atom. Right. In another infinite universe.
That's the fractal holographic universe.
Yeah. When you go fractals on things and you start thinking about it in that terms, you just you go, what? Yeah. It's never ending. It's just this constant thing that's in you in subatomic particles, and deeper than that, and then further out than that, it just never ends. Right. It goes both ways forever. Yeah. Yeah. And you just go, oh boy. All right.